John Calvin, Selected Letters, Episode 29. Cum audirem multos de meo rigore conqueri, ac praesertim ex eordium genere, qui tanto sibi plus sapere videntur, quanto diligentius vitae suae cavent, excusati onem composui, quae illis ardres aliquanto durius velle cavit, quam prior libellus. This is one long and very nicely put together sentence, I must say, and the verb is right here, the main verb, composui. There are a number of other verbs we need to look at. When I heard, cum audirem, that many people concerning my rigor, my severity or harshness, de meo rigore, were complaining, quanqueri, and especially from the class of those persons, ex eorum genere, who seem videntur to themselves all the more wise, tanto plus sapere, as much as they more diligently are on guard for their own life, vitae suae cavent, or take heed to their own life. When I heard all of that, excusati onem composui, I composed a justification, an excusationem. I composed a self-defense which those persons' ears a little more harshly plucked at, velle cavit, than did my previous book, Prior Libellus. There are numerous interesting constructions in here. Calvin is a master stylist. Cum audirem, when I heard. Audirem is a first singular, imperfect, subjunctive, active, and it introduces indirect discourse, the subject of which, multos, is a masculine plural accusative, and the verb or the infinitive is conqueri. Notice here the ligature. That means it's actually like this, conqueri. And conqueri is a third conjugation verb, conqueror, conqueri, and it means to complain. When I heard that many people were complaining, conqueri. Now, why would I translate this were complaining when it's a present infinitive? Because it shows same time. Present infinitives show same time as the main verb. And the main verb is, the verb that controls it. And the verb that controls it is an imperfect. So when I heard that many people were complaining de meo rigore, about my severity, so meo and rigora, masculine, singular, and ablative as the object of the preposition de. And now we have almost a parenthetical idea, and especially praesertim, that's an adverb, people ex genera, from the class of those persons. Now the eorum here in the masculine plural and genitive is going to set us up for the qui clause. The qui clause here begins with qui and ends with videntur. So especially from the class of those persons who seem videntur to themselves sapere, to be wise. So sapere is an infinitive. It's third conjugation, sapio sapere. It's a so-called io verb. Who seem to themselves to be wise, tanto plus quanto diligentius, so much the more as diligentius. So both plus and diligentius are comparative adverbs. Who seem to themselves to be so much the more wise as they more diligently, diligentius, or more carefully, cavent, look after, vitae suae. So the verb caveo cavere here, this is a second conjugation, it always patterns with the dative, namely vitae suae, which is a feminine singular and dative. So when I heard all of that, says Calvin, what did I do? Excusationem composui. I put together a justification. Excusationem is a feminine singular accusative. It's the object of composui, which is from third conjugation compono, componere, and again, this is a perfect indicative first singular active, and it's the main verb of the sentence. In fact, excusationem composui, that's the complete idea. I composed a justification. All the previous portion, this cum clause and the subordinate relative clauses, modification. Then we're going to get some more modification coming after, and that is quae, as you can see, which is modifying the excusationem. It was a justification which, quae, velicavit. So this is the first conjugation verb, velico, velicardre. Here it's in the third singular, perfect indicative active. It means to pull at or to pluck at, which plucked at the ears belonging to those persons, there's the dative of possessor, a little more harshly, aliquanto durius, than did my previous book, Prior Libellus. So his excusatio, he's saying, his defense, was a little more provocative than the prior book. It plucked at their ears a little harder. Why? Because he didn't apparently like what seemed like the smugness of those who said that they were living more faithfully.
If you enjoyed that little video lesson, please go ahead and subscribe for us, click the bell and so forth. Check out the other videos on this page, leave a comment, and please be sure to check out our Patreon page as well.